Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be doing the ACJC 2021 Prelim Paper 1. It is June right now, almost the end of June, and I'm sure most of you would have finished your pure maths syllabus and you are maybe one or two topics away from completing stats. So it's a good idea to start practicing for, A levels. Let's do some paper 1 since it's just pure maths. So I'm going to be covering the ACJC paper because alphabetically this is the first paper, so I did it that way. If you want me to cover other papers, do let me know. And let's get started with question 1. So in question 1, it says that you are given a function f of x, define it to be this way, right? And you want to re-express this in part 1 in the form of an exponential function plus a constant. Okay, so I guess how we can do that is we can write f of x as two separate fractions. You just need to separate the numerators and write them over their own denominators. Right, and then the next step, we can flip the first term upside down from denominator to numerator. If we multiply the index by -1, the power by -1, and then for the second one, we can divide throughout by e to the x so that we get e squared. Also flipping it up to the numerator by multiplying the powers by -1. So over here, you have to be careful. A, our constant, is -e squared, right? Take note that a is a positive in the question, so over here a is -e squared, and g of x, the exponent of our exponential function, is 2 minus x. That's part 1. Nice and easy. Now let's look at part 2. Part 2 says that hence, can you describe a sequence of transformations, right? We want a few transformations to happen that will map this into f of x, right? So first of all, you can see that instead of e to the power x, we have e to the power of 2 minus x. So first thing I might do is I might change e to the x to e to the negative x, and then from e to the negative x to e to the power of 2 minus x, and then finally I'm going to add on a, right, which is just a translation in y-axis. So I've written it out beforehand so that you don't have to look at me writing down things, right? So this is my 3 transformations. So the first one, I'm going to take e to the x, transform it to e to the negative x. Okay, so if you just wrote this, you don't get any marks for this. You have to describe the transformation, and the transformation actually is a reflection about the y-axis for the first one. Now for the second one, from e to the negative x, I'm going to make it 2 minus x, and that is actually shifting the graph by 2 units in the positive x-axis direction. And finally, we're going to change this whole thing and add on the constant, -e squared, which is a translation of e square units in the negative y-axis directions. And that's it. That's question 1. I hope you found that useful, and I'll see you in question 2.